Okie doke. We're in for our first non-Runenberg run since the dwarves arrived. Our omens are advanced training. Softening is the wrong one. Oopsie daisies. I'm glad I moused over that. Clicked the wrong one. My betrothed dexterity was almost lost to the ether. I'm not going to limit our weapons. We're just going to go with all of the weapons. At some point, we may start doing some like very specific runs, those types of things, but I think if I was going to do those, I would want to do literally one weapon. And with Boundless mode, can you completely eliminate? Yeah, you can't completely eliminate one. So we're going to have to bring back the Omen of weapon mods at some point so we can go down to literally one weapon. Oh, Seeking Shadow, you are so kind. And I'm glad you're enjoying the guide videos. Greatly appreciate it. All right. APOC 5, Lakeburg. We know the drill. Let's do the thing. It is the first time that the dwarves are going to see the lake. So, exciting times were had by all. And we have no dwarves? No dwarves. All right, we'll find some dwarves. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Maybe that's another mod that we need to do is the all dwarves mod. Time to snooze until night 10. I don't think Lakeburg is quite that bad, but we will see. Let's see. We got a sadist multi-hit build going here that I think is pretty spicy. Or we have a momentum build. Decisions. Okay, we'll come back to this one. They have a lot of options. Then over here, we do have the Berserk Spiky counter shenanigans going on. But without the Dwarven perks, it's a little less enchanting. This could be our multi-hitter. I can get down with this being our multi-hit master, and then we can go back and dip in for one more thing. You know, Volatile isn't a terrible dip, but I think Lone Wolf is the better. Yeah, we're gonna go find some folks, but that they will not be. None of these will be our Blood Mage, I don't think. Oh, and until this happens. I think I prefer Bodybuilder for the boom style. Hey, Zakar. We could also just go like a sadist. Maybe we mix it up a little bit. And we go for like an axe power staff sadist. What would an axe power staff boom blood mage sadist look like? This could be interesting. Right? I think this is interesting. Give him crippling punch. We could still take spiky counter. The hero's gonna have crazy sustain. Sure, let's do it. Make them our blood mage. And then I think that means we do go... I do think we go momentum on this hero. The momentum sadist blood mage is kind of interesting, or not blood mage. The momentum sadist build is kind of spicy, so maybe we'll go for that. Go for good old MS. It is true. It would be. All right, so let's... We got 3 solid, interesting heroes. We need some dwarves to liven things up. But let's get the party started. Didn't really look at stats, but I think we'll probably be okay. All right, we'll do that, and then if I stand you here and you here, yeah, that prevents these runners from chewing on anything major. That almost felt like a mafioso threat in Lustrous. You're like, be a shame if anything happened to that, you know, that pretty little head of yours. I don't know. That's where my mind immediately went. But instead we just have more runners than we know what to do with. But we'll try and stay strong in the face of it and just funnel them into convenient locations. The runners right now are proving just slightly annoying. Runners and bats. What are you gonna do? I'll toss this here, but I don't think it's gonna hit the bats for as many of the bats as I'd like it to. And then I guess we can chip down one of those. We'll do that. I feel like you get the best corpses night when the enemies come from either the east side of the map. The walls there do more to control the enemies. Yeah, this is a bit of chaos right now, for sure. For sure, Abigail. The annoyance of having so many runners at the moment is really nothing to sneeze at. Let's see. And then if I move to here, I can still move up. So I'll soften that guy up and then take these 2 guys out. And then I suspect we're going to have a hard time killing all these bats. There's an argument to... Ooh, with only 2 mana left. Let's see. Do we toss out the lightning bolt? Why not? We had the good line for it, so maybe worth. And then our sword user will need to come back from the great beyond, but oh yeah, we lucked out bigly. We lucked out bigly. This is a bit of a mess, honestly. Oh, and then there's a great triple swipe here that I just can't quite... Well, maybe I can get into position if I do this. Great triple swipe might be overstating it, but it's not bad. Does destroy a barricade, but at least it gets some kills in. And then, sadly, we have a sword blast that's pretty bad. Yeah, unfortunately. And I think we're going to have to take a step back and enable some opportunism on these guys. All right, we did what we could. No elite bat this time, the dud. You're deep in Runenberg. You're deep in processing your Runenberg trauma, I think. All right, we'll just put you there. You're already blocking that. All right, we'll just do that. I think it's fine. We take the panic. And then the goal is just to, as much as possible, kill enemies right here. This is where you're going to get the corpse piles or not. We're spending a little aggressively mana-wise, but I'll probably end up building some wells, so I don't think it's the end of the world. And the fact that we're getting some decent coverage here, I think is all you can ask for. My base from my current run, no ballista new weapons, only APOC 0. I need to look at that on Discord, Abigail, to really see it. Looks pretty reasonable. Doesn't look like the kind of base I would build, but I think we already knew that. All right, and then that's disappointing, but what are you gonna do? Okay. At least get your weapon out, my dude. And then one more punch isn't going to do anything. Reminder to build this. That does look pretty good. That does look pretty good indeed in Lustrous. So weird playing on a map that is not Runenberg. All right. These guys are going to have to go through this wall. These guys will come in, but these guys are, they're just going to sit there not hitting the wall very hard. I guess you could delay things sort of forever with a tome, now that I think about it. If only I could have read, I would have seen this Lakeburg. This is Lakeburg. Oh, the dud. Someday, maybe we'll make that a sub goal to help you learn to read and do other stuff good at the Derek Zoolander School for Kids. Brian, you know me too well. I am the ultimate gauntlet apologist. What can I say? All right, and then let's see whose kills were unimpressive. 50 kills here. 13 kills for the rifle, 20 for that. Huh. So who carried the day again? I guess we know the answer to that question. Do you have a video on hero placement for corpse strats or even something detailing monster behavior? So EMF, there's definitely a corpse pile video. Let me find that for you. So if you've already seen this one, I apologize, but that video there is my primary one that explains how corpse piles work. And how you can kind of maximize the number of piles you're going to get so that you too can be rich with mountains like me. All right, and then let's see. We got this new Lakeburg set up. So you do end up moving the inn in Lustrous, or excuse me, moving the shop. But yeah, nothing specific about like enemy behavior. Basically, like there's, as I haven't delved too deeply into it. It's something we could potentially do in a future video. But the short version is that enemies have a pretty rudimentary like set of behaviors that they operate within. Oh, Olive has come to say hi. How nice. Ah, so enemies will prioritize moving towards a hero if there's not like a structure they can move towards. But honestly, I need to do a bit more research myself into enemy behavior to really be able to weigh in too specifically about it. It is not something that I've delved too deeply into. So let's see. So we're going to go house here and house here. So those are our first two houses. That'll get us the 4 that will get us our 2 mountains. I think at this point we definitely go a little bit of golden resources. And that'll let us get our initial 2 gold mines up and operational. Okay, Buttercup, I will be extremely boring for the foreseeable future. Yeah, and for night number 1, things go pretty quickly. We'll see if we can pick up just a few crummy upgrades. Oh, Sweet Girl's just laying down by my side. Hold on, let's get a little bit of Olive Cam here. Very brief. Pupper interrupt us. There she is. Just lying down, hanging out. You just seem to be good at placing your heroes in blocking positions, so I figured I would ask. Yeah, so in this particular case, I did utilize the... Like, I do think a little bit about the way heroes will or enemies can be blocked. Like, barricades can be good initially for blocking enemies from being able to go around, especially when you have runners. The thing about runners is they'll always try and run around barricades. They won't run up and attack them. So there are some little nuances, and we can talk more about it as we go if I'm making decisions that kind of like raise some questions about that. I'd be happy to kind of discuss them. But yeah, off the top of my head, what are you? Oh yeah, you're our multi-hit hero. Range damage is pretty good here. XP gain early, I think I can get down with, especially on a map like Lakeburg. And then just some damage to ensure that we have the killing power that we want. This is our Blood Mage. Our Blood Mage has -7% resistance. That's less than ideal. A little bit of early block feels pretty good here. And a little bit of early skill range. What are we building you with? Are we going... I think we're probably going Spear War Shield. So the skill range isn't that useful. I will take the block just to offset the resistance. On it, the dud. On it. Alright, free action point. You never say no. And this is our momentum hero, so I will just take the little momentum perk. Not going to complain about that. Hello, governor. We'll grab that. I might sell some stuff so we can get a few more items, like these boots or whatever. Excuse me. Boots and helms. Boots and helms. That can go. The triple swipe was pretty good last turn, but I think we can get rid of it. Oh, you already have 2 trinket slots. And I didn't take runic gift. What a good job I did there. All right, we'll get rid of that. Let's see how much this gets us. $64. We're gonna go for, I think, for the cheap scepter, and then I would like to get 1 more gold. So let's see. So our momentum hero, you can take that, and then I guess the sword for now. These 2 can go to our blood mage, hilarious, and then you'll probably do just fine with 6 AP and just a hand crossbow. So that's good enough. How long is Lakeburg? As in, is it a candidate for the beer achievement? It is 12 nights. We could try and get a lot of beer. You can only buy 1 this turn. And you only get 1 use per night on the early beer. I don't know. It's really, getting 50 beer feels a little tough. All right, let's see what we can do. The other thing, going back EMF to your previous question, that I do think a bit about is if an enemy is adjacent to a structure and you, it will generally hit you. So if I put like a hero here, and a hero here, there's really only one side of this structure that can be hit, which is this side, except gargoyles who don't follow that convention. So there are some exceptions to that rule. The beer shall summon the dwarves. All right, for you, Zakar, I will beer our multi-hit hero. Okay, let's keep this party rolling. Speaking of bats, the only enemy that hits structures instead of hero are bats, because bats are the worst. There is truth to what Abigail says. There is a great deal of truth. They are the worst. They do be the worst sometimes. You have the tome, right? Just gonna set these guys up for next time, or time after next. Actually, at Adepoch 5, they will make it into the base, so next turn we will kill them. And I think because our momentum hero is the better person to kill them. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do it this way. Oh, those bats went on a super annoying vision quest to ensure that they would not stop directly inside of our base conveniently. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, didn't want to kill this guy. That was a mistake. Okay, now we're going to do what I was describing. Oh, where did everyone's movement go? Oh, there we go. So see, standing here precludes anybody from hitting this structure, so I think we're good on that front. All right. Mana Beer has more uses at higher levels, but I think the level 0, they might be the same. I think they are too, Abigail. I think that is correct. No banned weapons at the moment. We're just playing the game as is. And then who's gonna... Are you just gonna... Gosh, even with all that minus resistance, still takes a bunch of work to kill these guys. There we go. So now we're blocking this, so even though something can land here, it won't hit our structure, which is good. So let the killing continue. Yes, Abigail speaks the truth. The thing with weapon ban is that I certainly think some weapons are stronger and weaker, but like the reality of things is that if you never play with things, you sometimes miss out on, I don't know, exciting other opportunities. So I like the idea of mixing things up a little bit and trying some different builds. So we got 2 hits. It'll probably take 2 hits to kill this guy, so I will do that. And then I will say that the hand crossbow not being quite as spicy as I hoped it would be. Okay, get rid of you. And then do we just blaze here? Yeah, let's blaze. Hopefully we get 2. All right, never cooperates. That's okay. We're not going to get everything dead here. Doesn't look like. All right, good enough though. The shop reroll frustration. My precog is lacking. Difference between buffing perk damage versus damage. Okay, Brian. So perk damage is the replacement for total damage, and if you're familiar with the spreadsheet that I created, perk damage is a separate column, and as a result, subject to separate diminishing returns. Wow, that really went on a bit of a quest to ruin our fun. Should have made sure that was good, or excuse me, that was a definite kill. But we're so light on movement right now, and I think I'm going to do another one of these. All right. Yeah, Abigail gave a more thorough answer, but like the short version is basically it's a separate column of damage. It is generally derived from perks, which is where it gets its name. Let's see, if you move one out of the way, maybe we do this just to get some good targets. And then I wanted to get that going. All right, bats have been taken care of, and then we have this interesting question of, I don't think we're getting a whole lot more kills. You, I need to decide if you're running away or not. If you move one to the left, I guess we'll just do that. I think you're roasted, and then if I move you around this way and you around this way, I can't target you because of the blocker. We'll do this just to slow folks down. So even though this corner looks exposed, it is in fact not exposed. So right now I'm focusing on concentrating corpses. I'm not super concerned about panic at the moment. Ooh, expired foods. Normally they're surprisingly okay, but sometimes they get ya. And then I think I want to move like this, and then we'll... think I'll get that guy because he's a definite kill. Then this is the turn to pump up the volume, dance, dance, I think. Thanks for the crit, Pilsner. You did great, said no one ever. This blaze could definitely be fatal to our friend there. So we'll do that, and then don't kill things that are already stunned. I think that's a good tip. I guess we only went up to 20% crit with the Pilsner, but so far it has yet to provide a single crit for us. Wow, Mana Beer got 120 uses, seems kind of strong. 5 does not equal 120. 120, that seems like a lot of uses. What Mana Beer are you using? Hey, we got a crit. Amazing. And mainly I'm looking to eliminate heroes that, or enemies that are going to be in the corpse cuddle pile or whatever it is. 5 factorial. Ah, I see. Now I understand. Okay, so the Horde is encroaching on our fun. Try and lock these in place relatively where we're working. And then I think we'll do that. And this propagate should hit all of these. Yep. I think we saved the rest of our mana, though. I was thinking about doing another prop attack here, but I think it is unnecessary. There we go. We'll lock this guy back in place. You're moving a little bit, but it's not too bad. Tome basic attack sound change? I don't think so, Tweak Bolt. At least not for a while, but I could be wrong. This was a spot where we killed a decent number of things, so if we can kill a few more, I think it's worth it. And then... Alright. I think we did a good job concentrating corpses. Sorry, I missed another message from you. I missed the very end of it. Did you succeed in the APOC 6 Noblesse? Yes, we did, and it was a pretty handy victory. Not to kind of pat myself too much on the back, but we had a very strong run. And I think that has helped me to understand what... I wouldn't say I was doing wrong on Runenberg, but I do think that Runenberg requires a slightly different approach to things than some of the other maps. I do think that you really need to focus more on your heroes because you have a lot less time to develop them. So you really need to be investing pretty heavily in your heroes from an early point in the run, which may sound totally obvious, but for me, I think I was trying to go a little too heavy ballista strats, and there just isn't enough time to get your defenses into the place you want them to be. So, all right, and then you're just gonna block this. And we have 17 regen, so I'm just gonna do this to prevent this guy from hitting this house. When given no other option, 3-year-old chocolate is not all bad. That is it's a bold move. So I want to check here. I think we've gotten 44, 94, 36. Yeah, our rifle blood mage is in jeopardy of being very low level by the time we get to the later nights. Okay, Jacob's pulling out ahead a little bit. Only one mountain feels a little unfortunate. I did a really good job concentrating corpses too. I just want to say, the game giveth and the game taketh away sometimes, but what are you gonna do? I'll probably spend here to upgrade this gold mine so that I can sink our last 2 resources into it. Our last 2 workers, that is. Although I might reallocate some houses as well in order to get this 4 ruin done. Just get our ruins going. So you're putting 2 more houses here. Let's see, we can demolish this. And then you're putting the second 2 houses over here, but 1 further over, I think, in Lustrous. Yeah, so the house is aligned with the left-hand side. Yeah, with 1 off from the left-hand side of this. Got it. It's not a mirror of the top houses, is it? Yes, it is. You're right. Let's see. So am I going to take the time to consolidate now? Nah, I think we'll just... Actually, I guess we're not going to get... We're not going to get as far as I wanted to, because these are expensive, and I don't want to upgrade these. We'll take a little bit of resources from here, and we'll call it a day. But not ideal, not an ideal play there. Let's see. This is our multi-hit hero. Crit power is okay. Propagation bounces are kind of spicy. Are we not doing a ballista run? I know they make Lakeberg a little too easy, but it's not mentioned in the stream title. Yeah, I think that's just going to be my default moving forward, Abigail. I've been kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, you know, I think ballista might across the board make the game a little too easy. So unless I'm doing like a pretty intense challenge run, I will grab 2 prop bounces here, and I will grab some XP. It's early enough that I think I can do that. Grab some damage, grab some crit. That's all good. Then you are going to pick up Spiky Counter and Contagion. Oh, you only got 1 level up. That's a bit unfortunate. So let's see, because we don't care about health pool size for this hero. So the resistance could be kind of nice. I think we definitely take the XP gain to try and offset things. Yeah, you didn't have Avid Learner. Spiky Counter probably wasn't the take on that one, but... how do you kill hordes with opportunism, 2-handed hammer stun build? So you either rely on ballista, Chaco, or you do get a fair amount of damage just from the sledgehammer and also from Power Staff. Power Staff's second ability, Scorching Wave, or is it its third ability? Third ability, because second ability is Stunning Entrance. Its third ability is very strong for taking down kind of like large numbers of enemies. Let's see, you are momentum. I'll just take more momentum. The momentum procs that we've been getting have been pretty weak sauce, but grab some of that. And then, given where the bad guys are coming, we have 126 gold. I think I'm going to move the houses now, just so that they are where they are going to be. Grab those 2, and then could I move the shop if I wanted to? Shop costs 66, nah. And I want to maybe buy like 1 more weapon. You're not it. The spear isn't bad. I can pick up the spear to get our blood mage a little more going. Pilsner still only has one. Yeah, I think it's very hard to make the Pilsner or the Amber work there. But I'll grab the spear. The spear will last us for a while. And it gets you going a little bit. And for 10 gold, we can't really get anything. Power Staff 4th ability Flamethrower also has some wave clear. It does, but its lack of opportunism scaling makes it a little harder to utilize. Just because we've had kind of bad luck with our corpse piles, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave the ruins because we may need them. But next time we'll get the house moved, and I'm not gonna bother shifting anything else around. All right, not our strongest bunch of heroes. So Power Staff is the only good choice to pair with the two-handed hammer. Not the only good choice, but it is my favorite. Yes, Choco Love. Other build guide is probably going to get worked on this weekend. So that will be very exciting. All right, into night 3 we go. But yeah, I'm going to start working on it. I have an idea for some changes that I want to make to it. So it's going to be... I'm excited about it. I think this build guide is going to have some interesting components to it that are going to make it that much more interesting for potential players. Because I'm going to try and make it a little more useful from a... Is this a kill? Those are all kills? All right. What I'm planning to do is I'm not going to limit myself to very strong builds. In the past, when I've done build guides, I've focused like entirely on what I consider to be kind of like the top tier builds. And I think that doesn't leave a lot of room for like interesting but not amazing builds. So the idea is going to be that I'm going to go for a build guide that has ratings that communicate like what I consider to be the overall quality of the build. That's the plan. All right, I think we're gonna need the momentum hero down here. I think you're probably gonna be able to keep up with things. Okay, we'll get that going there. You're not in yet, which is very awkward. Also, we have archers, which is always a treat. And we also have blockers, which are notoriously annoying. Now this guy, even walking around us, this guy gets to where we're going. We don't have an AP, unfortunately, to spend there. And then you... I think we are going to spend a little bit of AP over here, making sure that the side stays under control. Let's see, if I move over like this, I can get you, you, and you. Okay, good enough. We've got everything sorted over here. I think you need to get on this side of the festivities, and this guy is gonna punch our 4 ruin. Adamantium hand crossbow is a good pickup early. That's for darn sure. That's for darn sure. Although our damage is a little weak sauce at the moment on this hero. Like we're missing some breakpoints, that's for sure. And I still haven't picked up a second weapon. Alright, we failed. We failed. Am I lacking reliability? I wouldn't say I'm lacking it, Bob. Does the buff from beer last longer with item level? I don't believe it lasts longer. I believe you just get more uses and more crit, I think. Citation needed. We'll do some beer science this run. The dwarves are going to bring beer to the masses here in Lakeburg. How are we? Probably stand over here just to make sure, and then you've used up everything. All right, and then you are a great disgrace. Blah, blah, blah. Words. A little bit of block goes a long way, I will say. It's kind of crazy. So let's see. I think moving to here for the triple is good for business. I'm gonna kill this guy even though he's not inside the confines. I know I'm spending mana a little willy-nilly, but I think I'm going to do this because I think we'll get a lot of good hits on this guy. Then these two just... they melt because... oh, you son of a gun. That was suboptimal. Alright, and then over here, the main limiting factor is not having enough multi-hit, not having enough uses of quick shot, but we do have quick reload. The oft forgotten. So we'll pop a quick reload. There we go. All right, holding the fort down. Good job. Good job, Jacob. The buff duration doesn't change, but the higher level beer give bigger buffs. Yes, that is correct. And I think you also get more uses, Abigail, don't you? Like citation needed on that one, but I think you also get more. Let's see. So you here, let's bop you so then you can come over here. We'll triple swipe again. And then where, I guess, yeah, this is pretty good for you. Your Wi-Fi died after sending that message as usual. The Dud, you are, you're keeping it real. Let's see, spending the mana. I think I'm gonna buy mana wells next turn, so I'll do that. I don't mind killing the archer. They're not too bad. Now this is a turn where I suspect that with a blaze we might still be able to clean this up. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We might need a second blaze. Well, with a quick reload, 2 rounds on these 3 probably gets it done. This is probably also the turn for us to drink beer. I did that way later than I should have, but... we are running out of enemies. We do have that problem. And then let's see, this splitter... So if he's probably going to hit us, because if he walks to here, he can't actually hit either of these structures. So, but we can injure him, so hopefully none of that happens. There we go. And then we'll just do this. Oh, that was supposed to be a weakening touch. My bad. I pushed the wrong button. I've got the wrong trousers? Question mark? They go from 1 uses to 2 uses at high level. I think we did already say that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Too many things afoot. I'm trying to spend our mana because we will at some point be going Blood Mage, although I don't think it's right away. Dear Momentum, can you clutch something, please? Jeez, that was a battle. All right, 2 on you, 1 on you. Is there a place I can stand where I can get a shot at everyone? Yes. Just in case this one crits, I didn't want to put 2 hits on the armored. And then with 2 left, you have 67. This does 60. All right, quick reload it is. Okay, then off we go. All right, I was gonna say if the archer targeted one of our structures, we would have had a bad time, but all right. That is a successful night. We did a pretty good job over here, I think. And we invested well in making sure that our town layout is solid. And we get the 2 mountains. I think that's all you can hope or wish for. And then the question is it already time for us to start going items? That's the tricky question from my perspective. I'd like to get rid of this house. I'd like to move this. If we're not going defenses, we're getting like no value out of our materials in Lustrous. That's the thing that I struggle with. So like even if it's just close, seeing a lot more items is like a really good thing. Right? Like what else am I like investing in? This is the thing. Like I'm not convinced. Like we could certainly get the last gold mine going. We can move the shop. But like, but how far behind are we? I mean, Abigail, we're going to have plenty for walls regardless. We'll have plenty for walls. Like, so 86 gold. All right, we'll do one more. We'll get our base all set up, but I've been liking pushing in the direction of going that way with things, and then we'll do this upgrade. We'll do this upgrade. We'll scavenge that ruin. I'm going to destroy you, move you into place, and then in Lustrous, you were sneaking another gold mine, another cheeky gold mine in here. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's get the full base build going. We certainly could use the mana for a second too. As late as you possibly can, Choco. I think everybody needs to kind of feel that one out a bit on their own, and I'm kind of the opinion that if you can push it back longer, you're concentrating more XP on the heroes that you have, which is good. Yeah, and the inn goes in this corner down here. So let's see. So we can do... Let's see what the night reward is. We do kind of need a second weapon for you. Ooh, that's not a bad war shield. It's nice and high level. Let me see. We got 1 level up on everyone. So let's see. What are we actually getting? Runic Gift seems kind of silly to pick up right now because we're not going to have a second item to put in there. So I think I'll take longer weapons. Rid us of that reliability. Then, yeah, our Blood Mage is behind, so I'll take Contaminate. But that does mean that we have one more turn of them kind of spending their mana. And then over here, yeah, just Contagion. Because you're gonna be a Boom Sadist, which is a fun one if we can make it work. And then I've been wanting more movement, but can we get... All right, we'll take the XP gain. And I will take the movement, begrudgingly. Our Jacob has just been a little weak sauce for us so far. Accuracy, sure, but probably not exactly what we're looking for. Do I just want the damage or the accuracy? We do eventually need the accuracy. I'll grab it. I will cave, and then I'm gonna roll over here, hoping for momentum, or excuse me, for multi-hit. And then our Blood Mage over here. None of that looks that interesting. We're building Vampire, Sadist. Take the accuracy. We're a little high on accuracy, but I'm probably going to take these pants off of you now and put them over here. Put those on my Blood Mage. So I think that's fine. And then I don't think we're going crit or poison or stun. Opportunism is fine. All right, so weapon reward. We got ourselves a shield, which would be replacing a tome. The tome isn't terrible. Well, the tome can move over and go on Jacob, actually. I think that's fine. This shield is passable. It's relatively high level, which is what I like about it. We get to put the tome there, and then we save money, which means that we can get, I think, we could do benediction upgrades if we wanted to. But I think we'll probably get enough value out of these without, because our mana pools are relatively small. And then we can spend the 150 on a production upgrade, and then everybody's at the 84 upgrade. So we're not really... I guess it's production and production then. Yeah, we'll do that and that. And then... And we could start building walls. We know the exact structure of our base, right? So we can start, if we wanted to, building the walls, at least on the sides that we know we're going to be attacked on. So we'll do like this. Why not? While we're building them, let's just finish off the structure. There we go. Got space for an inn. Everything is happy and good. Could you talk 25% faster? On it. Let's see. So, big side. I think we're gonna put these two on the big side again. I'm expecting that we probably get a night reward on this night, so I'm gonna ditch all of this. I've never tried it before, but how great would it be if you could just, like, click on a miss sensor and destroy it? That would be truly an amazing oversight, but... All right. I think we're ready to go. Night number 4. Here comes the fun. I think this side is going to be wildly boring. I should have, the movement was a mistake there. I should have hit that twice and then moved. We'll do that. You're going to start building up perfect guards, so we want you in the thick of things. And I think you're plenty resilient enough. Not exactly. All right, maybe we should make sure to stack up a little block in the early times here. Should be enabling opportunism. No reason not to. Okay, and then this looks like a night where we're gonna have some issues with corpses. This the waves are really spread out at the moment. The good news is the Kindled can take a lot of multi-hits before they're in any danger of anything. Alright, you're good. You're going to get some nice surround going. Won't late heroes result in low stat and perk heroes? No, Seeking Shadow. The heroes in the inn are scaled based off the level of your heroes. So by leveling up your heroes and concentrating your XP early, you can actually end up with a higher overall average level from your heroes. Which I think Abigail probably just typed out in more eloquent terms, but that's the thought. All right, so let's see. I'm feeling like we're not gonna get the S rank that I was imagining unless I stop slacking a bit. Let's see. What did I say? I think I said more eloquently. I was paying Abigail a compliment. Was that not what happened? Did I mess up my compliment? If so, Abigail, I apologize. No problem, Seeking Shadows. No problem. It is. It makes a big difference. Pushing off heroes as long as you can. Pushing off levels as long as you can is a surprisingly effective strategy. You can get a lot of value out of it. This guy's gonna hit the wall, but that's okay. The 1 hit points, they getcha, I tell ya. I think I will quick reload to get the last one here, so that hopefully I think I can do 2 in 1 there. Nice. Okay, good. Now you solo this, no problem. So we just do that, and then you're going to try and cross map to take care of this. And Lustrous, that's so not like you. Reverse jab. 1 hit point. Nice. All right. Keeping things under control here. We shouldn't let that hero take quite so much abuse. There's no upside to it. You'll be able to do some work there. I think the crossbow is going to carry over here, so I'm not too worried. Diego, we're running the full complement. No weapons are currently banned on this run. And last stream we finished up all of our unlocks, so we have all of the different weapons currently unlocked. Even the final versions like the adamantium cannon and those types of things. You can tell that, by the way, because there's a symbol up here that only shows up when you've limited the weapon pool. So that is a useful tip as well. Let's see. I think I'll just stand here. I kind of feel like here is a better spot to stand. I do think that when you're forcing things to attack you like this, you're better off picking a tile and sticking to it, and then everything that dies in those tiles will be kind of like good for business. And then you've been taking a bit more abuse than I want you to. It does look like we're going to need some help over here. We'll do that, and then I think this is the tile that I was normally standing in. We'll see if we can make that work, and then let's enable opportunism on some things that we know may be a little annoying to kill. I probably should have done this guy with the hand crossbow. There's very little benefit to doing it that way. And yeah, in fact, I think that means that I'm going to run a little shy of enough killing power over here. Yes, I will. Okay, well, let's see how well we do over here. Should have drank my beer sooner rather than later. I think having Essence be mid-run could destroy the balance of the game, and if it didn't, it'd probably be inconsequential. Ah, I see. So the question, Abigail, if I missed it, was did someone suggest being able to spend your Tainted Essence mid-run and how that might affect things? All right, I think I have quick reload. So I can get one more of these, so I guess I can get one more kill. But it does look like I fumbled the S rank. My plan right now... Wow, we have one punch left. There we go. My plan right now is to convert this guy over to a Blood Mage probably next turn before we have Vampirism. And if we get 2 levels, then that's just good news. So let's see. This will bounce here, 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 then back to here, then here, here. I think we get maximum number of hits on the big guy this way. All right. Yeah, we have so much to kill. I think I'm gonna do get this guy as we're walking away, but then come over here and try and get these guys, because I have, if I can get to this set, I can probably get a decent stun chance. I do need to make it not start on that corner one though. Oh, missing the stun on this guy was a bit of a bummer. All right. I think we're just shy of 2, but probably when these guys chew on our ruins, they will push us over 2. Yeah, it looks like it. Yep. There it goes. All right, that's fine. We didn't need the nightly reward. If that ends up being the make or break for us, it will be quite a sight. Let's see. Very inefficient movement there. And then we're going to do one of these for these two, but if I move to here, I can get there with a sprint. So I'll punch you, sprint. There we go. And would give plus Essence Omens a use beyond the unlock. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there's something interesting to be said for... Man, we really just barely missed that. You know, Seeing Shadows, I really like Lakeburg. I think it's kind of the perfect map. It's hard to explain, but I really do feel like it has such a nice blend of things. Like I like the length the most of all the maps. Let's see. We can't quite do all 4 of these upgrades to get rid of this ruin. I might still try to. I don't know. Yeah, there's something about like the length of this map that feels kind of perfect to me. Like I always find myself happy to have played it. Let's see, we're gonna be going for Crit Master next, so I'm gonna get Runic Gift with the anticipation that we're gonna get some good gear. So far the levels have been kind of meh. Probably should have rolled looking for some multi-hit there, but... Our resistance keeps going down. What am I tanking our resistance with something? No, it's just the... It's just being a noble. I'm going to take the opportunism. I realize that there is potentially an argument to be made for other options, but... And then... I said I was going to go Blood Mage, but I feel like I am going to whittle us down a little bit by doing that. So maybe I take Vampire first, and then we'll go Blood Mage next time, hopefully. 12 mana is probably enough. We do have 2 mana wells. And then over here for Jacob, our Momentumist. I think we start with Relentless. It's Relentless is so... I'm gonna grab it, but I think it's kind of meh. Okay. Take some momentum. We just got to get that. We just got to get that stacked up, and then definitely take some damage. Negative 1% damage was hurting us slightly. Controversial opinion, I know. And then let's get these going. Have I done Shopkeeper's Friend yet? Yes, I did. I did max Shopkeeper's Friend, so we got that going for us. Kind of like that helm. I think it's good enough to take. Could go cannon as an offhand, but I think the scepter is a good pickup as well. That hand crossbow would be fine. Do like me some scale armor. Steel pistol with XP gain on it is pretty sweet. I think you can in Lustrous, but I know that Abigail is definitely the best person to ask about that, as they did some tweaking to waves and those types of things. I do think we could make some harder difficulties. You definitely can remove the enemy type spawn restrictions. That is something that Abigail did do. Let's see, we got a cannon over there that's like passable. Healing received cannon is interesting. I think I'll take this Journeyman Scepter. I think it is... I took a level 2 scepter. Maybe we take this and we just sell it. Alright. Got a few things to sell, like this and this. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Another adamantium hand crossbow? What? I do not deserve these riches. And then what was the pistol that we just got? It's got XP gain, it's got some crit. I'm fine with that. We don't need to swap that for this. This is the skill range gauntlet. This is a nice shield. I don't think... What else are we investing in right now? Because I don't think we make it to the house expansion, right? 84 times 4 is 336 gold. So we can't expand our houses, but we can do some... I'm going to do some house expansions here, and we'll just sink them into here. We get a portion of our gold back. This one here, I think we need to do... We need to do at least that, and then we can do that. That. Little gold shy of getting the last one, but it means we'll get it next time, which I think is fine. Then we have this. Are we just going ham with hand crossbows for the moment? Probably. So okay, so at level 2 they have 1 use per night, and then at level 3 it goes up to 2 uses per night. Yeah, the maps scale up pretty aggressively. That is for sure true, Seeking. I would like to see this map, just us find a good way to make this map more difficult, because I think that it is, from a design perspective, the best. So let's see. So if you're going to be... Are we getting Blood Mage on you next turn? Because if that's the case, we should probably let you just exhaust your mana. I think we will. Let's see. You're going to stand like here to hopefully protect this a little bit. Then you'll be on the corner, and I think I'll do like a few stone wall upgrades in the portion of the wall that we expect to get hit the most. I mean, are we just... All right, we'll do it like that. Okay. I think Glenwell has the best designed boss fight. I would agree with that. I like Nessie. I think Nessie could use like a little bit of like zhuzhing up, and they could be pretty awesome too. But I agree. I think the Dryads are a solid boss, to be sure. I mean, let's just... I'm here. Let's just do the thing while I'm here. Get full stone walls going. All right. And are we just going to save the 90 bucks? I don't really see anything here that I want to spend it on. Do we give ourselves one roll just to see if we get something interesting? Sure. One roll. That's a pretty solid amulet, honestly. Also a pretty nice chest piece here. A little too expensive. Also, I do think that maybe rather than going spear long-term with Mateo, I may go one-handed axe. I think that could be fun too. But let's save our money. We'll spend it next time.